90-Day Fiancé star Colt Johnson is dealing with a very tough health challenge that may change his whole life. He needs compassion right now. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching for more details. 90-Day Fiancé star Colt Johnson hasn't always been easy to love, but I'm feeling for him right now. As he faces the possible amputation of his leg, Colt is probably terrified. I'm a cochlear implant recipient, so I understand what it's like to become disabled. I lost most of my hearing and then had some of it restored. I think it's easy for most of us to imagine the horror and the dread that inevitably accompany a possible amputation diagnosis, but few of us can really feel his pain. Only those who've gone through the same thing can truly understand. It's a journey that so many people have had to take, including the beautiful runner and model, Amy Mullins, who competed in the Paralympic Games. She had both legs amputated when she was a child. Colt may be very fragile right now. Thinking about a possible amputation must be soul-destroying. If Colt's in danger of losing his leg, as John Yates reported, then he will be dealing with sleepless nights, stressful days, and dramatic mood swings. He might feel good sometimes when he's got his mind on other things. However, his thoughts will always return to what's looming in the distance. No one deserves this, not even Colt, whose Peter Pan syndrome has been exhaustively showcased on screen. For Colt, life has been complicated. Relationships have been messy and much too transactional. First, he attempted to make things work with the fiery Brazilian Larissa Lima, who was clearly gold-digging with a vengeance. Her ulterior motives and wild fits of temper were two reasons why that romance was doomed. After Colt and Larissa split up, he moved on with Jess Caroline, but he wasn't emotionally invested in that relationship. He cheated on her with the woman he really loved, his friend, Vanessa Guerra. He went on to marry Vanessa, but they've split up. Pressures linked with the notorious monster-in-law Debbie did take their toll. However, Vanessa may have wanted to leave Colt for other reasons. He reportedly distanced himself from Debbie to try and save the marriage. That wasn't enough to keep them together. Colt re-injured his leg. Shabuti.com recently shared some gossip which might be true, saying that Colt was in Mexico, filming a series featuring another 90DF alum, Courtney Reardons. Apparently, Courtney and Colt were involved, but she'd also been flirting with another well-known co-star, Usman Sojaboy Umar. After his second accident, Colt was trying to heal in Florida, at Courtney's parents' place, but they got tired of Colty and kicked him out. This is some drama, but it's just more of the same in terms of Colt's turbulent love life so far. All of this means that Colt could be heartbroken again, as he also contemplates losing his leg. It's so sad that he's likely in a dark place now, when he was trying so hard to move into the light. Colt was taking care of his leg before he hurt it again. He was trying to make sure that it healed completely. He was also paying attention to fitness as best he could in an injured state. In fact, he seemed to be moving into a true revenge makeover phase after his split from Vanessa. Colt was ready to claim the spotlight again after shunning publicity following his first accident. When he recovered the first time, he was definitely in a dark place. He's talked about that. Recovery was very tough. In fact, he had to learn how to walk again. Now, he's re-injured and his legs supposedly so seriously infected that it may need to be amputated. Colt is back in the darkness, but he has a lot to live for. No matter what happens with his leg, he needs to look for happiness wherever he can find it. He may need to avoid certain people or take a break from dating. Exes and other high-stress individuals are not what he needs right now. To get past this obstacle, he should set interesting goals and move towards them. It's hope that keeps people going, and if Colt can cultivate a happy and grateful attitude while trying to get what he wants, he can have a good life. People have gone through the worst things and come out stronger. People have walked out of concentration camps. They've survived the most horrific and degrading events imaginable, and though they never forget, they go on to experience joy, which is perhaps keener because they've felt so much sadness and fear. A person can keep their dignity and sense of self no matter what happens. Of that, I'm certain. Colt seems to be okay in February 2025. Colt seems to be doing well, so it's probable that he hasn't lost his leg. If he had, he would likely talk about it because it's so serious. Instead, Colt is posting seemingly cheery content. Above, see the iconic 90-Day Fiancé star relaxing in a sheet mask. He's been looking after his skin amid his recent health scare. In the post, Colt makes a little quip about giving himself some TLC. It's a pun, as he has appeared on the TLC network. Colt wore his signature eyeglasses on top of the face mask. While his post was mild, a fan still blasted him, saying, "Hopefully, Colt was able to laugh off that insult. He's gotten tons of shade, but there is more to life than what strangers think." He appears to be in a positive state of mind, and appears to be on a wellness kick. In another recent Instagram post, he is getting a shave. As he spends some peaceful time being tended to, Colt seems to be really enjoying life. Since he's had so many serious challenges, he possibly finds more joy in the simple pleasures in life. While he's had turbulent relationships and serious accidents, he has survived it all. Now, perhaps, he's more mature and better able to find happiness. Sometimes, people have to go through problems before they're really grateful for what they have. As a mama's boy and cheater, Colt wasn't his best self. He needed to evolve, but growing up takes time. Now that he's 39 years old, Colt should be over most of his growing pains. In fact, he's in the prime of his life. The human spirit is dazzling sometimes. Colt can deal with his health crisis and find ways to enjoy his life, whether he loses a leg or not. However, the process will be painful, with plenty of darkness before the dawn. The 90-Day Fiancé star is going through a lot, and I personally wish him all the best. I hope he doesn't lose his leg, but as a disabled person, I know that people with disabilities have a lot to give.